a tragedy of the time and the past. On June 25, 1950, the invasion of South Korea by the North began with earth-shattering sounds of artillery. Although North and South Korea established their own governments after World War II, the peace didn't last long.
Today, we are taking you on a journey to one of the most intriguing and historically significant places on Earth, the South Korean Demilitarized Zone, or better known as the DMZ.
So our first stop is Imjingak, and here it's like a theme park, we were told.
Which is very bizarre, I think, having a theme park this close to the border of South Korea. This close to the border of North Korea. It's I don't know, it feels a bit out of place, doesn't it?
But what you also find here is the ticket center. So here's where you get your tickets to go into the DMZ. It's basically first in, best dressed.
Yeah,
so
we just found that out.
That's why we left. Our tour actually got moved forward a half an hour early so we could get here before other tours, because if there's no tickets left, then you have to turn around and go back.
Imagine that. That's...
Yeah, so...
So we just also found out as well that 5 months ago, previous to our tour, North Korea sent a little gift to South Korea here in this park, and it was a hot air balloon filled with rubbish. So these little games are going back and forth between the two countries, and they actually closed the observatory because of it. 2 months ago now, they've reopened it. Reopened.
No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago? Oh wow. Okay,
yeah,
2 weeks
just
ago.
Opened a part of the observatory, so we can't go to the top floor. We can only go to the second floor.
Yeah, which is so instead of seeing, you might have seen some videos about people going to the binoculars and they're outside with no barrier between them. So that is now shut off to us today. So as Cass just said, we can only go to the inside and use the binoculars that are inside, because the military has said that
it's
the
in
top
our
floor,
best interest to keep
the top floor
safe.
is not safe enough for the tourists. But you know, we're in the same building. If North Korea wants to send something over, I don't think a panel of glass is going to protect us.
Unless it's bulletproof panel, don't
but
know.
This is the first stop. We're thankful that the tour that we've got was moved forward, because I would hate to get on this tour and have to turn around. I don't know, a theme park? So just behind me there is the unification statue. There's a big bell inside of it. It's the peace bell, and this is to symbolize the hope of unification, of hopefully one day between South Korea and North Korea. Some extra meaning behind it. There's 21 countries helped South Korea during the Korean War. When they built this unification statue, they had that in mind, and around the statue is 21 steps. The bell itself weighs 21 ton, and on New Year's they celebrate New Year's by hitting the bell 21 times as well. So interesting.
Like, if you listen really carefully, you can hear a siren. It's very, very faint, but it's coming from North Korea. Basically, this is just a propaganda sound or noise that's sent it over, like, to here in South Korea. But the propaganda that South Korea send back is actually K-pop.
Yeah.
And when we get a bit closer, apparently we'll be able to hear the K-pop as well.
Yeah. So this little hut here, if you can see that, is the only place in South Korea where you can actually purchase North Korean currency.
Yeah, we just got a note.
So it's a 5,000 won note.
It's a new one.
It's the new one, so just in case we do go there, we can maybe use it. I don't know. It was 22,000 won, like South Korean won, for a 5,000 won North Korean note. What I want to know is, how do they get it? How do they get the money? Because they've got a lot of it. Is it real?
I don't think it's real. I think it's just print.
Or is it fake?
I think it's fake. I don't think this would be real. Like, surely.
Not sure. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if you can hear that, but that is the North Korean propaganda sirens to South Korea. These post boxes here that are right near the old train tracks that used to connect North and South Korea, right across the way to the Freedom Bridge. These post boxes are actually still in use, and you can actually post a letter from the DMZ site. So for example, Cjae and I are from Australia, so if we wanted to post a letter back to Australia from here, we could. It would take 1 year though. However, it will be stamped with the DMZ stamp. You know, that's an option here if you know you're not in a hurry to send a letter. So we've just arrived at the DMZ. Alright guys, so for this next part, we're going to have to leave you here. We're going to go down into the third tunnel. We end up being about 170 meters away from North Korea. Alright guys, wish us luck. We'll see you when we get back, alright? Peace. Alright guys, bye-bye. Alright, we're back from North Korea.
We have so much to tell you.
Let's go guys.
Okay, so when you first go into the tunnel, you have to put a hard helmet on because it's very low. So the first incline is actually been made by the South Koreans to actually access the tunnels that the North Koreans made. And that first decline is like a 11-degree decline for 358 meters. And once you hit the bottom, is then another 265 meters in the actual tunnel that the North Koreans had dug. To the end or where it's blocked off, and then there's like viewing windows at the end. But along the way there's all holes in the wall, in the stone, because they use dynamite to blow up the tunnel and dig it.
Because the tunnel is made of granite, so it's very hard. So they couldn't dig it, so they had to blow it. And something that the North Koreans did, I guess they thought it was smart, was they actually painted all the stone in coal. So if it was ever found out, they would blame the miners, saying no, it's the miners, it's a coal mine. But there's no coal here, like it's a lie. No they've just painted it, and we actually touched it. So you could actually see. So they just completely denied it and blamed it on miners. Pretty unique experience. It was kind of surreal as well, like for a serious tunnel that we were in. Majority of people were actually laughing because all you could hear was everyone like hitting their heads on their hard hats.
It was hilarious. They've got like barriers
archways
up,
and
so
pads.
No rock falls down. So I guess the floor's a little risen. And the ceilings are lowered, so it's very small. I could walk through most of it.
I could not.
I'm a lot shorter than most.
But yeah, really cool experience, and the fact that we were only 170 meters away from North Korea, you get to see in the tunnel the viewing window that they've built, so you can see the other side. I can now say that I have seen North Korea.
To fit 4 without elevator is not easy. To 4, high-rise building in the Pyongyang where they have
Alright, so we're in the observatory.
Second floor. This way, what we can see is North Korea.
Is literally North Korea. There's just buildings. We've seen the flag waving in the background.
Just looks like it's a zombie town. Like it's deserted. We saw a few farmers, but through binoculars. But it's so far away.
We saw like the massive cell tower jammer that they use.
Jammer.
It's surreal experience just to see like a deserted town. But it's North Korea. It's bizarre.
It's really surreal. Like it's crazy that you can't just get in a car and drive there or fly there. It's like it's right there, and it just looks fine. Like it looks nothing wrong. But cannot imagine if you decided to run across that border.
Yeah. Guys, just listen for a sec. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? That's the K-pop propaganda from the South Korean side to North Korea. So
But North Korea just have sirens.
yeah, North Korea has boring sirens and South Korea plays K-pop. But I don't know which one would be worse, to be honest. Listen again. Can you hear that, guys? I'm doing my best to try to make you feel like you're here.
Alright, so our next stop today is the Unification Village. Here, you have to go through the checkpoint to live in this village, and the reason why people live in this village is because it's tax-free.
Not only that, but you've got to go through the checkpoint in every single time you want to go in and out of the village, because the Unification Village is near the DMZ zone. So yes, it's tax-free, but you have curfew. You have to go through that checkpoint every single time. So, you know, you weigh up, you know, what's beneficial for you.
But you get views of North Korea.
You get views of North Korea. But it's, you know, it's a small little village. It's actually the safest place to live in South Korea due to its low crime rate.
Yeah.
I believe the low crime rate. I don't believe that it's the safest place, considering North Korea can just send some shit over.
Yeah.
But you know,
that's what they say.
So our last stop is this suspension bridge here. This suspension bridge is on Gameksan Mountain, but this bridge was dedicated to the 1st Battalion Regiment of the British Army who fought in the Korean War, who unfortunately lost that battle. So this bridge was to commemorate them. But what a great way to end the day.